So as they say, another day in paradise. So up at Hervey Bay, had a bit of a family function to go to, and I thought there might be a car show on. So I checked out Facebook, as we do, and we're out and about. And guess what? There was the Conrodders were having their annual show. And I got up early, cruised over there, so it's Father's Day, and had no idea what I was going to see, and I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of cars, firstly, and secondly, just the diversity, as I always talk about at these shows, but this one was a bit of everything for everybody. So what I did was I just, because I had things to do that day, I went over early and I took my phone over and I've recorded all the cars driving in for you. So it's just a bit of a filler for the show, for the channel. Nice coupe, there's nothing like the rear of a Falcon coupe, is there? So you've always got to admire these clubs with the amount of people required to set up and organise. You can see everyone in the fluoros. So I was there at 6:30 for a 7 o'clock start, and they were already there and getting things organised. So I caught up with a couple of guys on the gate who recognised me, and we had a bit of a chinwag about all things automotive. So then I found myself a spot to just record the cars coming in. Survivor. So Hervey Bay is a bit of a retirement type place, so there was a lot of elderly people like myself there with their cars cruising in, and obviously being a hot rod club, but I spoke to one of the guys from the club there and he said, look, being somewhere like Hervey Bay, it's they accept any cars into the club, even though they're a hot rod club, because to keep the numbers up. That's a very unusual car, that one. I don't know that I even know what that is. That was interesting, that Dodge. If I remember correctly, it had like a Cleveland in it. A few late models. They're a pretty potent sort of beast, those things. The old Continental. Some accessories bolted on that thing, isn't it? It's a sweet ride. I've always had a bit of a thing for those. There was a couple of those in Broken Hill back in the 70s. Two-door Fairlanes or the Galaxies, they've just got a really nice look and feel about them, that 65, 66 era. So the best part about being somewhere completely out of the way like this is to get to see and bring to you a lot of cars that no one's seen before. And I must admit, out of all of these cars, there was only one or two that I reckon I've seen in magazines over the years. And a lot of cars like that one that look like they've been built for some time and maintained beautifully. So we've got about 30 minutes of this, and it's pretty much all the same because, like I said, I was just there taking it in before I had to go off and do some other things. So my sister Colleen's up at Hervey Bay and been there about, I don't know, 8 or 10 years now, and she said to me, when you're moving up? I said, not a bloody chance. I reckon we've got everything they've got in Wollongong. I reckon our beaches are better, and I really enjoy where we live, so there's no way I'll be moving to retirement heaven. Funny, Louise said to me when she put this together, Dad, there was a lot of ladies driving cars in, and I said I think it might be the family might have more than one car, because quite often you'd see the two cars come in together, one with him driving and one with her. So whether they were his and hers or whether she just got the job to drive his in, I don't know, but I think a lot of people move up there for retirement and probably start tinkering and collecting cars. Sounds like a bit of a heavy hitter, this one. So there's quite a lot of cars cruising around up at Hervey Bay on this particular weekend, because it was the prom weekend. So I think Father's Day, the prom, plus a car show, a lot of these cars were out cruising the promenade down along the foreshore. Variations on the old FJ there. There with the Hornet scoop. So I think I had a Hornet scoop in 1990 on Rock 3, so that might just trigger a bit of an idea of roughly when that one might have been put together. And of course the reverse cowl in the last 10 or 15 years has been a thing. It's funny how the Tirana probably was the first factory reverse cowl. Bug eye Sprite. I'll never forget that one when we were at the hot rod show, and my mate Dale goes, "Look at that, a bug eye," and I'm going, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, mate." It's a nice looking Corvette. Isn't it? A V-dub combi, and then a Sprite, and then a Corvette. And what do we got now? Late model Mustang. '64 Fairlane. XP with a big set of wheels. Not sure how I feel about that. Classic hot rod, the 32 3-winder, bigs and littles. I think that had a fairly impressive engine bay as well. Car show without a nice sounding XW Falcon, would it? Really was a classic era. So these cab over trucks have become a thing, haven't they? So there was a couple up at the Hot Rod Show. If you're into these, if you look at our the videos from the Hot Rod Show, there was a couple of really cool ones there. And this one was a bit of a standout. And I mean, until this all started happening in probably the last 5 years, I really hadn't noticed them anywhere, and all of a sudden now they're a thing and everyone wants one. Can you go, eh? And another set of them standout wheels, classic hot rod. Nice Fairmont. Tell you what, with the amount of parts we sell for repairing coupes, for the rust repair panels and stuff that we do, there's going to be a whole lot of these things back on the road, because it's just unbelievable the amount of the cars that are being done that I'm aware of, let alone all the other ones. And I think what's happening is people are fixing cars that are getting worse and worse, because we're offering more and more, because they're continually to fix, you know, cars that might not have been saved a long time ago. So you'll see in the corner there the Lovells Springs logo, so everybody probably knows now that Lovells support what we do, and we're not running an ad in this particular episode because it's really just a filler that we're going to put out on a weekend, because it was just something I filmed when I was out and about. But don't forget about Lovells if you're looking for suspension components for your street machine or your hot rod. Do a very large range of products, and of course they do their upgrades for your four-wheel drive. If you're going off-road or you're towing a car or a boat, don't forget about Lovells, because they're the ones supporting us, bringing all this to you. And that's one of those cars that I was thinking that was probably from Street Machine a few years ago, and I reckon I might have seen that one at some of that somehow. That just reminds me that I reckon I've seen it before. I tell you what, these late model Mustangs, you can buy some parts for them now, can't you? Kits and wheels and brakes and engine hop-ups, all that sort of stuff. Oh, there's a classic with the suitcase on the back. And of course I see now that our mates at Herod have got a whole new thing for the new, whatever it is, the new GT 650. They just keep getting bigger and better all the time. It's a nice clean build, that one, I like that. Traditional hot rods. I think these guys all cruised in together. They might have been from another club up the road or something. said, there's plenty of variety. I imagine it would have been a pretty good day. So this is all before it opened. So I think I filmed from about 7 through till 9 with all the cars coming in, and then they turned the music on and started to get the place hopping along a bit. And I think it was like a 2 or 3 o'clock finish. But as I said, I was there just to catch the cars because I had other things to do on the day. See too many Studebakers out cruising around like that. I'm not quite sure what that one was built for. Maybe he's got a 5th wheeler or something that goes in the back of that tray. So it was a good morning for me, an opportunity to take in some cars, catch up with a few people that watch the show. Being hot rodders, they fit into our demographic pretty well, and it was a beautiful morning. Lots of really cool, different cars. Nice to catch up with some people, shoot the breeze about all things cars and hot rods and what we're up to with the channel. Healthy, that one. see these big 60s American cars and I always think, wouldn't mind one of those, but you want a big garage for a starter, and then you got to look after it and drive it and do all those things. That'll never happen. This was an unusual thing, so it's a two-door Falcon XR, and it had the black bumpers, pretty stout sounding engine as well. Nice Valiant, so there's a few nice Valiants there, I think. It's quite a good collection up at the Shannon's Classic Day the other day that we've just put a video up for that. I know one thing, I've seen a lot of cars in the last 2 years or so, and it's good to have the opportunity to get out and enjoy what we do. Like I say, this one was really just a bit of a bonus. So I hope you've enjoyed the opportunity just to see a few more cars, maybe have it running out in the shed while you're doing a bit. Don't forget, support Lovells, PPG, all of those people that support us, Odyssey Batteries. If you get the opportunity or you know how to do it, subscribe to the channel, click the like button. I don't know there's many questions I could answer from this show because I don't really know the cars that well. So on that note, I'll bid you goodbye again, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later, and bye-bye for now.